Hello everybody and welcome to the Erenshor Call of the Storm update. A lot of the changes in this update come directly from your feedback. It brings a smoother combat experience and better stat transparency for players, it increases party size and allows for build diversity for players, and it sets the foundation to build raids with a full balance pass. So let's dive in and cover some of the bigger changes coming with this update. The ideal party structure in Erenshor was to bring one of each class. Each class played a vital role in party composition, and many of the encounters in Erenshor were built assuming that's what the player would be approaching them with. The problem was that with a party size of 4, and with 4 classes that each filled a vital role, players had no choice in how to play. So by increasing that max group size to 5, players can now flex classes in and out and specialize their groups in ways that they want to. Whether that's more DPS or better crowd control or an extra tank in case things go bad, players have more choices. In keeping with that theme of player choice, the group management window was reworked as well, and this allows players to control the sim player healers with a lot more precision. You can set heal thresholds for each individual party member so you can make sure that your healer is focusing on the right target at the right time. There are now more character slots, so players can have more alternate characters and experiment with different builds. And when creating a new character, players will now be able to assign proficiency points. Prior to this patch, those points were automatically assigned for you based on your class choice, and they determine how well you use a specific stat. So a character with higher intelligence proficiency is going to use each intelligence point more effectively than a character that may not have such a high proficiency. This is what will allow players to have true control over their builds and playstyle. You no longer have to be a tank paladin, you can make a damage heavy paladin. Or if you want to play a duelist who specializes in magic and weapon procs, you could just spec into intelligence instead of dexterity. Players can also change their stat distributions anytime they feel the need to, so if something's not working, it's easy to fix. And our sim player friends may need your help from time to time too. Some of them are a little bit less skilled than others when picking their specs, and you may need to help them rearrange their points in a more efficient way. Some of Erenshor's smaller dungeons had to grow to accommodate the larger party size and more crowded combat that's coming with this patch. The Island Tomb on Stowaway Steppe and the early game dungeon Old Krakengard both have had full reworks. They have been rebuilt from the ground up. They're larger, they have some new areas and new content, and they're entirely new zones for players to explore. And of course, Erenshor's newest class joins the roster with this patch, the Stormcaller. The Stormcaller is a hybrid magic user and archer. In the hands of a skilled player, the Stormcaller will top the DPS charts and also be able to turn the tide of battle with crowd control and other utility. The Stormcaller is the class that requires the most precise play in Erenshor compared to other classes. The Stormcaller is also the most viable solo class in Erenshor. They can tackle most content outside of dungeons by themselves, which makes them perfect for players who like a challenge or like to play alone. Since this patch gives players a reason to start new characters, it was also a great time to introduce an alternate starting zone. When you create a new character, you'll be asked how your adventure begins. Players can choose to go to Stowaway Steppe, which still serves as Erenshor's tutorial and is highly recommended for new users. For players who are familiar with Erenshor, you now have the option to start in a zone called Willow Watch. Willow Watch offers anything a new player would need to get started except for tutorial tips and guidance. It's also accessible to all players. You do not have to create a new player to go to Willow Watch. The zone is good for players level 1 to 8 and is attached to Fernala's Revival Plains, the Bone Pits, and Underspine Hollow. With all of these changes, Erenshor also needed a full balance pass. Every monster, item, and spell has been modified in this update. Players should see a smoother combat experience and more predictable incoming and outgoing damage. Additionally, many monsters now have mechanics that deal damage across the party, meaning itemization, planning, and healing is more important than ever. One major change to items is that the formula used to apply bonuses to blessed and ascended items, which are your blue and your purple versions of normal items, has been modified. Previously, blessing and especially ascending an item would add stats across the board, and items lost their identity and became best in slot for everybody. The new formula takes the stats that exist on an item and amplifies those, so items retain their identity and players should see more diversity in builds between classes. And that about sums up all of the gameplay changes coming in this update. There are bug fixes, performance fixes, and other quality of life changes coming as well. Those will be present in the patch notes. The Erenshor Call of the Storm patch is coming on September 26th. In the meantime, we will be giving away test keys over the next couple of weeks on the community Discord. If you'd like to help balance and bug hunt this patch, please make sure you join the Discord. There are links on the Steam store, and if you're watching this video on YouTube, there will be links in the description there as well. And lastly, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who has been a part of the Erenshor community. You guys have been an incredibly supportive group of gamers. Your feedback, your positivity, and your patience as we work through Erenshor's early access period have been so appreciated. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this patch and all of the future content coming to Erenshor.